Right, so good evening, everyone. Welcome to our New Testament survey on the book of Second Thessalonians, Living in Light of Christ's Second Coming. All right, so let's have first our overview and background. So this episode contains evidence that Paul had recently heard news about current conditions in the Thessalonian church. Probably nakuha niya itong mga information from the person who had carried the first Thessalonians to its recipients and had returned to Paul at Corinth. Or perhaps other people who had news of the church had informed Paul, Silas, and Timothy also. So some of the news was good. The majority of the Thessalonians were continuing to grow and to remain faithful to Christ in spite of persecution. Unfortunately, some of the news was bad. False teaching concerning the day of the Lord had entered the church and was causing confusion and leading some of the Christians to quit their jobs in expectation of the Lord's imminent return. By the way, the book of Second Thessalonians is one of the shortest book in the Bible because it only has 3 chapters. So it appears that external pressure had grown stronger, and we can read that in the book itself. And some of Paul's teachings had been misunderstood. So particularly those concerning sa pagdating ng Panginoon. So someone was confusing the Thessalonians by teaching that the day of the Lord had actually arrived. So this must have been an attractive thought for people wanting to be delivered from persecution. Of course, they were experiencing persecution at the time, and may explain why some of them were disrupting the community. So, in view of these reports, Paul evidently felt constrained to write this epistle. So, he commended his children in the faith for their growth and faithfulness and corrected the doctrinal error about the day of the Lord and warned the idol to get back to work. So, kung tanaw na to diri, pag nakita natin dito, it's also the main purpose why Paul wrote the Second Thessalonians. So anyway, I already said that it's Paul who is the author. So the authorship and date, Paul wrote the Second Thessalonians. So Paul composed Second Thessalonians quite soon after First Thessalonians, perhaps within 12 months. So this would place the date of composition in the early AD 50s. No? So it would make this the third of Paul's canonical writings, assuming kung ang Galatians ang kanyang first na writing. So, the historical setting. Paul wrote 2 Thessalonians from Corinth. The basis for this conclusion is that Paul, Silas, and Timothy were present together in Corinth. No? So, and even in the Second Thessalonians, you can see there the names of Paul, Silas, and Timothy. So, the structure. What's the structure of the book? So you can see here, it's the three major parts. The chapter 1 is focused on encouragement, and then we have from chapter 2 verse 1 to verse 12, it's the instruction. And then from chapter 2 verse 13 to chapter 3 verse 18, it's the exhortation of Paul, the Apostle Paul. So again, why did Paul write the book Second Thessalonians? What was really the purpose? So we have here the three purposes na kung bakit sinulat ni Paul itong Second Thessalonians. So three purposes are evident from the contents of the epistle. Paul wrote to encourage the Thessalonian believers to continue to persevere in the face of continuing persecution, which we can also read that in the first in Second Thessalonians chapter 1 verses 3 to 10. So he also wanted to clarify events preceding the day of the Lord to dispel ang mga false teaching. And then finally, he instructed the church how to deal with lazy Christians in their needs. Yung mga tamad na mga Kristiyano. So talagang si Paul nakapokus din doon na hindi tayo maging tamad. Okay, so what's the unique feature about this book? So Second Thessalonians gives the Bible's most detailed description of the Antichrist. So compare with some of the books in the Bible. In Second Thessalonians, masyadong detailed yung description sa Antichrist. And then, what specific advice? No? Meron tayo when we read the Second Thessalonians. So biblical eschatology, because the focus of this book also is mainly on the second coming of Christ. Kasi yun na nga nagkaroon ng false teaching about it. So biblical eschatology always leads to biblical ethics rather than to self-centered escapism. So we should continue to live wisely and faithfully as we anticipate His coming. What's the key verse? So it's just mga key verses. So we have 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 verses 3 to 5. But the Lord is faithful and he will strengthen you and protect you from the evil one. We have confidence in the Lord that you are doing and will continue to do the things we command. May the Lord direct your hearts into God's love and Christ's perseverance. So I think we will also focus here in our exegesis next week. So now let's proceed with our mega themes. So what are the mega themes for this book? What are the mega themes dito sa Second Thessalonians? The first one is Christ's second coming. So Paul taught the Thessalonians about Christ's second coming in his first letter, but they became confused and worried, likely through the influence of false teachers, that the day of the Lord had already arrived. No? So was the persecution they were suffering part of God's judgment against them? So yun, nag-worry sila. Paul reassures them that Christ will not return until certain events take place, which he said, yung rebellion, massacre, and the man of lawlessness, no? Na minention din ni Paul sa 2 Thessalonians 2:3, must first be revealed. So hindi pa dumating, no? Wala pa yung second coming. The rebellion refers to a falling away from God, and the man of lawlessness generally correspond to other New Testament accounts of an end-time enemy of God, the Antichrist. No? The Antichrist in 1 John 2:18 and the beast of the sea in Revelation chapter 13 verse 1. For the time being, this figure is restrained in some way. Yeah. So another mega theme is to remain faithful. So Paul also instructs the church to keep away from those who are engaged in selfish and divisive behavior and to follow his example of working hard in a way that will benefit the community. So Paul reassures the believers, no? Paul reassures the believers that God has chosen and called them to experience salvation through the work of the Spirit and belief in the truth. And he challenges them to stand firm and hold fast to the teachings they previously received. Theology, no? So who is God in the Second Thessalonians? God's faithfulness is revealed, no, in Second Thessalonians. The book emphasizes about the sure salvation of the Thessalonian believers and the sure judgment of their persecutors. The day of the Lord is still ahead and will be preceded by the rebellion. Those who are idle and disruptive should work for their good. That's it. This is just a very short, no, survey sa book on Second Thessalonians, because the book itself is also very short. It only has 3 chapters. So how can we apply, no, applying Thessalonians today? So perhaps above all, we find here wisdom and balance on the issue of the second coming of Christ. While some Christians are confused with all things eschatological, others seems to forget that Jesus promised to return. Paul reminds us here that Jesus is indeed coming back. Those who die prior to the event will not be disadvantaged. They will be first in line for a resurrection body. We grieve, but not without hope. So when Jesus returns, he will gather his children to himself, and we will be with the Lord forever. So this hope should comfort and strengthen our hearts. We are also reminded that our priority should be to live faithfully right now as we anticipate Christ's return. So Paul provides plenty of pastoral instruction about holy living, perseverance, reassurance, personal responsibility, and hope. New believers who are under pressure because of their faith will find plenty of wisdom and encouragement in these letters. So, thank you for listening to our very short what do you call this? New Testament survey on the book of Second Thessalonians. And these are some of our references: the How to Read the Bible, book by book, a guided to paperback. NIV, Biblical Theology Study Bible, the Baker Illustrated Bible Handbook, the Baker Illustrated Guide to the Bible. We have also Wilmington's Bible Handbook by Harold Wilmington, and Notes on Second Thessalonians, no, by Dr. Thomas L. Constable. So thank you everyone for listening to our survey sa Second Thessalonians. Bed, can you please stop recording?